Now, it's a little-known fact that as troops moved around the front line in World War I, London buses were used to transport them. So to mark 100 years since the war, the London Transport Museum today put the 4 remaining buses from the period on display in Covent Garden. Helen Keenan went to take a look.
They're not necessarily what you'd associate with the First World War. But these London buses played a pivotal role carrying soldiers to the front line. And today, the remaining buses were reunited outside the London Transport Museum, and they were certainly drawing in the crowds.
Just trying to imagine, because obviously the wheels, it would be very bumpy, not just for sort of passengers in London, but, you know, going out, taking them to the front.
It happened in our home country during the First World War. So it talks about the battle in Antwerp and Ypres and these kind of cities. So it was interesting to see.
The buses that were built in Walthamstow were taken from London streets in 1914 and put on the front line to help carry wounded soldiers. These are the only 4 left still in the world and are on display together today to mark the end of the centenary commemorations. Normally bright red, one has been given a makeover, painted khaki green as it was during the First World War. And inside, a recreation of what life would have looked like for the drivers who lived on board the buses, affectionately known as the Old Bills.
These buses, when they went to war, formed a connection with home for the troops. When the khaki paint got knocked and the red paint showed through, the troops described that as sort of reminding them of home. And the sight of these vehicles really gave a little bit of comfort to the troops.
Drafted in to support the war effort, they would carry troops, cargo and serve as ambulances. This bus has even been taken back to France, where it took part in the centenary of the Battle of the Somme and completed a tour of the Western Front.
There was a man in France who came to see it and was moved to tears to see this vehicle that came to France to liberate his hometown.
Those behind the project say they hope it will help to tell the little-known tale of the sacrifices made by London bus drivers and honour the part they played in the war. Helen Keenan, ITV News.